What up, everybody, man? Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of DDM TV with your boy Dice. Excuse me. Voice a little out of it right now, just getting up not too long ago. It'll get itself right in a minute. You know what I mean? It ain't no coronavirus. But anyway, man, truth be told, man, this shit is like a movie, man. This shit is for real. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I'm not gonna say that it's, what I mean, because it's not no virus that just kicked up out of anywhere. We all know this come from a lab. We all know that there's a patent to it. We all know Bill Gates got shit to do with it and everything. You know what I mean? Not only that, this shit is a bioweapon if you think about it. But that ain't what I'm trying to talk about though. What up, Shady Hood Tales? Happy birthday, man. French Wee Wee, what's happening with you? Thanks for tuning in. What up, Chris Sams? Celebrity Tarot Readings, what's happening? Miss Griffin, what's happening with you? Thanks for tuning in. Now, one of the issues that I caught, what up, KC, was the curfew. Now, some places got a curfew that's like you can come out from like 5, 6 in the morning till about maybe 8 at night. Then you got to go back in the house, right? Now, what about a curfew? What about a curfew has to do with coronavirus? You know, if you pay attention, they're implementing certain things based off of the coronavirus that has nothing to do with the coronavirus. You understand what I'm saying? Sarah Love, what's happening? Good morning to you. So you put a curfew on people to slow down the coronavirus when it should just be a lockdown. People should just be in their homes. If you got a job should be able to pay you. If they're giving out stimulus to big businesses, you know what I mean? Because that's really what it's about. Then those big businesses need to pay their employees to stay at home and fuck a curfew. I know people gonna say, well, nigga, what you mean fuck a curfew? Nigga, we need to be able to go outside. Well, that's the problem right there, is the interaction with everyday things that humans are interacting with. That's spreading disease. You understand what I'm saying? So when you throw a curfew in the mix, that doesn't make sense to me, because if I can still go outside from 5 in the morning till 8 at night, then I mean I can still do all the everyday shit that we do and still contract the virus, right? You understand what I'm saying? So therefore, that told me the curfew has nothing to do with the coronavirus. They're implementing control right here. I'm not going to necessarily say it's martial law yet, because if it's martial law, then they would have shut down the gun shops and all that in the beginning. People are still able to buy guns right now. You know what I'm saying? But like I told y'all before, remember all those caskets and shit, remember? Yeah, that's for shit like this, not just coronavirus, but they're planning for civil unrest. You know what I'm saying? Now check this out. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I'm trying something new here, so let me know if you can't hear it, and I'll just stop it, and we'll figure out another way to play it later. But let me get it. Let me get it in here. Hold on. Okay. Let me know if you guys can hear the sound. But this is something that before we knew anything about the coronavirus, right? Before we knew anything about the coronavirus, I had caught this shit not too long ago, and something told me to just save this video. This is what they were saying before the coronavirus hit. Now, tell me if you guys can't hear it. I really hope you guys can hear it, because y'all really need to see this shit. Can you guys hear the video? Damn, can't hear it. I can't get the sound with that one either. So let me see. I got something else though. Anyway, good morning to y'all, man. And who all has a lockdown going on, and do you guys have a curfew where you're at? I would like to know that. They haven't done anything here in Phoenix, Arizona. The only thing that has taken place is the fact of like drive-through stores. Like we have a lot of drive-through liquor stores and drive-through convenience stores and meat markets and all that type of stuff. So what they've done out here is they shut down like the lobby. So nobody can go in the lobby of fast food joints and stuff like that. And some of the stores have shut down, except for like major stores like a Circle K, a Quick Trip, and a Chevron and shit like that. Those places are still open, but they're not open all day anymore. They're closing at like 5 and 6 o'clock or whatever. But the drive-through places they're drive-through all day, So any online ordering or any drive-through, everything's going through the drive-through window and shit. So you know what I mean? Let's see. Celebrity Terror Reading said they 8 p.m. curfew in Detroit. Wax Dog said not yet where he's at. Reno Biz says, yeah, at 8 p.m. They got an 8 p.m. curfew. And like I was just saying, for y'all that's just jumping in, the curfew makes no sense to me. You know what I mean? The curfew has nothing to do with the coronavirus, because why in the fuck have a curfew? Why not just have a full lockdown and everybody get paid from their job, shit like that, or whatever. But why not have a full lockdown? Because if I can come out from 5 in the morning until 8 at night, then I'm still able to do all the things that you would do normally. I can go to all the same places, all the same stores, congregate with all the same people. Also, if why are they telling people to quarantine? Like I don't want nobody taken away from their family, but if you have a family at home and you get diagnosed with the coronavirus, they tell you to go home and quarantine. Isn't that putting the rest of your family at risk? Or do you think they should have a facility where they quarantine people until they get better and then release them so that you can contain it? I know it might sound scary because of what's going on with everything with the government and all that. You don't want to be nowhere by yourself with these people. You'd rather go home. But I mean, at what expense? To infect other people in your household, or what? Let's see. Sarah Love said all their businesses are shut down except essential businesses, and that's how it's going everywhere. Now here in Phoenix, like I said, we don't have a curfew or a lockdown or anything. You know what I mean? And I mean, truth be told, it wouldn't even be the ghetto people. It wouldn't be the hood or nothing out here that they'll have a problem with. They have a problem with all these rich ass white dudes that are gun owners and shit out here, because it's an open and concealed carry state. You know what I mean? And you don't even really have to have a license or nothing. So you go try to tell some of these gun owners that want to get out on the golf course to take their ass in the house because it's curfew. You know what I mean? Because some people like me, myself, I'm living my life how I've always lived my life. But the way I've always lived my life is I'm a homebody. Me and my family, we be at home. We filled our home up with the electronics and all that type of stuff that we like. Video games, we got every system. You know what I'm saying? We got the computers, the internet, all the movie sites and all that stuff. So we straight at the house. That's what we do anyway. So that's why I'm not changing it up. But you got some people that's that is totally going against it, which doesn't help the spread of the coronavirus, like what I'm about to show you right now. Like, check this out. See, all these folks out at the
I am
beach.
surprised by the number of people out. I've just been out for a swim, and it's sort of like
This
come
is in
out, get a
Sydney.
bit of exercise, get outside, and head home. I guess I'm more surprised by just the number of people who are just lazing around on the beach.
Yeah,
The
my
whole
job ain't
social
shutting down
distancing
either. That
hasn't
my boss
really,
is like, hell
taken
no.
hold in Bondi just yet.
We
I would say.
privately owned too, so we could stay open.
Well, it's definitely not ideal. It is a worry with so many people all together, and I do think the whole world is probably looking at us right now thinking of what a massive mistake that we're making. But I have noticed, looking at all the people, that there is some social distancing going on. Like, you'll notice that people aren't really touching each other. There's a breeze. I mean, I could make all these
That's
excuses.
a fact. That's a fact,
it's not
Robin
what we
Lynn.
should be doing, but
Look, Robin Lynn just said if if people didn't act all wild and panic, it wouldn't even be this bad. That's a fact. Because we've had these type of viruses running around before that have killed way more, you know what I mean, than we've seen the coronavirus kill so far. You understand what I'm saying? But now we have everybody like being online. The internet has taken over these past few years. You understand what I'm saying? The internet has really taken over. So everybody's on the internet. You wake up and get on the internet, and the first thing you're gonna see now is coronavirus. Anything that's the hot topic, that's what you're gonna see. So they're gonna ram this shit in your head to the point where they're almost driving people to civil unrest. You know what I mean? Then you throw things out there like the National Guard and shit and say we're doing this to prevent riots, basically telling people to go riot because they didn't got people so confused. You know what I'm saying? That people just react to whatever they hearing, just like a child. You tell it, you know what I mean? You tell a child not to do something, and what do? They do it. You understand what I'm saying? So that's basically like the game they're playing. It seems like they're playing on the world. We just gonna say allegedly to everything. You know what I'm saying? But come on, man, we ain't stupid. I mean, this is the shit we've been talking about for decades. We was just all wondering when. That's like that video I was just showing you guys where they was talking about the coronavirus before the coronavirus outbreak. And the lady on there, she said, it's not a matter of how or where or whatever. It's a matter of when, because it's coming. You know what I'm saying? So that video right there lets you know. And I'm gonna make a video of it, a little short video that I'll put up so that you guys can hear the volume. I'll upload that video probably after this. You know what I'm saying? And you guys can listen to that video or whatever, but they knew about this shit way ahead of time. But they're acting like they just now found out about this shit. They're acting like think about it. Look at the spread of the coronavirus. Come on, man. With just it hitting in China at the time that we knew about it, when they finally let us know about it, all of a sudden it just hits America and it just spreads faster. It spread faster than a human can move. You know, it spread faster than human contact could happen. All of a sudden, we wake up one morning and this in all type of different states. Shit, we don't even travel that fast. Which means to tell me that it's already been here. You know what I'm saying? And I caught a video. I'm gonna look for it in my files and I'll post that too. But there's a video last year of people that had the coronavirus out here in the US. You understand what I'm saying? Let's not be fooled, people. Open our fucking eyes and see what's going on. You know what I mean? Pay attention, use common sense, put two and two together. You know what I mean? Stop just taking one and running off. Sit back and put two and two together. But yeah, man,
Well, we don't normally
people
have
don't want to
this
stop
sort of
living how they
temperature.
live. You understand?
So I think people are taking advantage of the hot weather while they can, and a lot of people are being stuck indoors.
Wish they pay us a little
think,
more.
oh, you know, I'll take my chance and go for a swim.
What up,
But
Braxton?
at the same time, I just think, well, here we are supposed to be excluding ourselves from big crowds. It sort of doesn't make sense.
They're not exciting when they talk. I'm sorry. They're not exciting. It was boring me, but still, they're out there. You know what I mean? And that's not the only place that they're out there doing it like that. Because you come out here to Phoenix, and everybody's still moving around. Traffic still heavy. People still out hanging out and shit. And then check this out. I had a question. I had a question on my community tab. And I was saying, like, you know what I'm saying, what's up with the homeless people? Where do they go? Now you could put them all in shelters and shit, but that's grouping them together still. You know what I mean? So if they're all contracting disease, if they all contract the virus because one person come up in there with it, you know what I mean? That's kind of defeating the purpose. But is anybody worried about what's going to happen to these folks? Because if they put you on a lockdown, if a lockdown lasts for so long, right? What do you think these people are going to do? Because they live off of panhandling, waiting for you at the store, get some money to get some food, all that type of stuff. That kind of controls some of the thievery and violence that could occur. You understand what I'm saying? Because they have people moving around the city that actually can see them, so they don't want to do nothing. You know what I mean? Cameras working, whatever, what have you. Then you got humans that's coming into the stores and stuff. We can ask them for money, sit on the corner with a sign and get some money even. You feel me? So if everybody's in the house and everybody's on lockdown, where the fuck y'all think they gonna go next? Especially with nobody, no eyes on them. Ain't nobody running no cameras or nothing. You know what I mean? The police aren't arresting nobody because of this virus and everything like that. I'm surprised it ain't kicked off yet. You know what I mean? But if we're all in the house, if I was homeless, I'd start looting. And I'm not promoting that. I'm not promoting that, but I'm just saying if I had to be in their shoes and I had to be in a situation like that and everybody's in the house and there's nothing else I could do. I mean, I can't go get a job now. Ain't nobody hiring nobody because of the coronavirus, right? So everybody's in the house. The world is just, you know what I mean? There ain't no trash for me to eat out of. There ain't none of that. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody's outside. Everybody's on quarantine, basically, in a home. Exactly, Shady Hood tells. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers start robbing banks. Motherfuckers start breaking in stores. People start looting. The homeless starts looting. You understand what I'm saying? They're gonna hit Walgreens, all that, pills, all that stuff. It's gonna be, you know what I mean? It's gonna be pandemonium. You understand what I'm saying? So what do we do about that situation? You feel me? Now, I wouldn't necessarily say everybody's sitting there. If regardless, one way or another, it's about to get bad. Whether we sit in the house or we come outside and catch the virus. You know, a lot of people have came back from having the virus, but then there's a lot of people that have passed because of the virus also. So the best fight that you can have right now is building your immune system. You know what I mean? Keep doing what you need to have your immune system right. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Crypto, the wolves are gonna eat. You know what I'm saying? Now, I haven't seen any banks. I haven't heard about any banks shutting down or nothing. I have heard about heightened security at some of these banks or whatever, but who knows? But let's check something else out, man. I haven't seen this yet, but I want y'all to check it out with me, see what we get. Oh, let's do this one. Trump.
I want to get you more on a new CBS poll that shows while most Americans do not think the Trump administration was prepared for the coronavirus pandemic, 53% do approve of the way the president is handling it. Although that is changing. The president now appears to be backing away from recommendations that people should stay home over a long period of time because of his concerns about the effects on the economy.
If it were up to the doctors, they may say, let's keep it shut down. Let's shut down the entire world because, again, you're up to almost 150 countries. So let's shut down the entire world. And when we shut it down, that would be wonderful. And let's keep it shut for a couple of years. You know, we can't do that. That's why I talk about the cure being worse than the problem. We can't have the cure be worse than the problem.
So we should point out that CBS News has not heard any recommendation from any doctor about a multi-year shutdown, although certainly a short-term shutdown is on the way. Paula Reed is at the White House for us. Paula, good morning. So what do the president's comments suggest about what he's likely to do next?
Oh, good morning, Tony. The president appears to be laying the groundwork to reopen sectors of the economy and send people back to work. The president said on Monday he will make an announcement.
Man,
about
I agree. I agree with
the
you, French Wee Wee.
restrictions. But at a nearly 2-hour briefing last night, the president said it will be a matter of weeks, not months, before he tries to reopen the country. But asked if he was risking lives by doing this, the president insisted he believes the dire economic conditions could lead to suicides, which he claims would result in an even higher death toll, though many medical experts disagree with that assessment. The president said going forward, he will consult with medical experts on this effort, along with others. But when pressed, he would not say who else he is talking to get advice about how to guide the country through this unprecedented economic turmoil. Now, Dr. Anthony Fauci is the one who many Americans say they really want to hear from when it comes to coronavirus. He was not at last night's briefing. The president was asked about this, and the president insisted he believes the doctor is a very good man, but said world-renowned infectious disease expert was not at the briefing because they were not discussing.
Look, the key word right there is exercise. You know what I'm saying? Remember Pompeo saying saying on the podium, this is a live exercise the other day. Now that I do believe. I do believe this is this isn't nothing yet. You know what I mean? What up, DS1? DS1 in the building, man. Salute to you. Thanks for tuning in. I do believe that this isn't anything. This is the testing grounds. This is to see what they can do. This is the start of what's to come. You understand what I'm saying? And while they at it, why not knock off a few people? Because it is about control, right? You know what I'm saying? KC says something about this isn't right. None of this makes any sense to me. It doesn't make not a lick of sense. And like I said, most of the control tactics that they're using have nothing to do with the coronavirus. A curfew, if it's like that, and you guys are trying to keep contact down, then everybody go on lockdown for a minute and let this virus pass over. Let people get well and shit. You understand what I'm saying? George, the patio guy, says spray your money with Lysol, man. I don't use cash unless I get tips at work. You know what I'm saying? Unless I get tips at work, and at work I keeps the Lysol with me. You know what I mean? For what I do before customers even handle any of the products that we drop off or whatever for the company I work for, I make sure I spray the handle of the thing they have to open and all that, the door handles and all that. I spray that shit down with antibacterial because we touch it and we don't know, you know what I'm saying? You can be infected and not be sick right away. So being that we touch it at the warehouse and stuff like that, before I hand it over to somebody else, I make sure I spray it down. You know what I'm saying? Clean every surface that would be touched by human contact. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be the type of person that could be infected and be spreading it. I'm not the type of person that would get infected and go spitting on buttons and doorknobs and shit. That ain't me. You know what I'm saying? And I think that people that are doing that are retarded as hell. Another thing, wasn't I talking about people putting their kids on homeschool before this virus ever kicked off? You know what I mean? I didn't know that the virus was kicking off, but I damn sure had put my kids on homeschool right before it kicked off. And then next thing you know, it kicked off. And then now they're talking about people putting their kids on homeschool. And please do that. Please put your kids on homeschool. You know what I mean? Even if you put them back in school later, but put them on homeschool because they can't miss school regardless of what's going on. If they're given an option to steal school, let them take that. Get that, you know, my kids' school giving all the kids laptops and all that shit. You know what I mean? They're giving the kids laptops and a whole curriculum and all that so that they can still school. Because in the daytime, in the mornings, you know what I mean, until the afternoon, my kids are in here schooling. They're doing their work. You understand what I'm saying? We even give them lunch break, recess break and shit, go play the game a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know anybody with the virus either, but I do know a couple of people, you know what I mean? I do know a couple of people that have told me that people close to them has caught the virus. But I don't know anybody personally, and I've been checking on my family or whatever. Now, could it be a hoax? It could be. You understand what I'm saying? It could be. We don't know that. That's why I said, you know what I mean? Is the coronavirus a pretty lie or the ugly truth? Regardless, it's all ugly. You know what I'm saying? But who are we supposed to listen to? Because on one hand, Donald Trump, you know, he's like, we ain't trying to shut down that long, just a few weeks, fuck a few months. And in our minds, we're like, hell yeah, man, fuck all this lockdown shit, man. Nigga trying to get back to regular life because psychologically, when he say that, you're thinking of it like, okay, it'll be over then. That's not necessarily true. You know, and then you got doctors that saying, hold on, you need to shut the whole shit down until we get a hold on this. So, you know what I mean? You see how they fraternize with your brain cells? You know what I mean? How to get intimate with your mind? Shit crazy, man. Shady Hood Tail said, why not have everyone not have to pay bills for a couple months and distribute the necessary items people need for free? At least do something to make people comfortable. Yeah, I can agree with doing something to make people comfortable, but shit, that'd be too much like right. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I will tell you this: they're not shutting off anybody's utilities and stuff in certain places. I don't know about everywhere, but I know here they're not shutting off utilities. But I didn't opt for that at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm still paying my bills because at the end of it, what you're gonna end up having is debt. What you're gonna end up having is owing all that back pay. And you know what I mean? And if not, I guess I play it myself. It is what it is. But I don't want to be caught up like that. I don't want to get, you know what I mean, when this whole thing is over and everything go back to normal, I got major bills I gotta pay that put me right back in debt because I can see people playing their part while this coronavirus is going on. Oh, yes, it's very profitable for people. That's why you got people charging $60, $70 for a 4-pack of toilet tissue. It's very profitable right now. You know what I'm saying? Lysol, all that shit, they're going to make their money on it. And it sucks that we got to be like that. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It sucks that it got to be this type of shit, man. Let me see. I had something else up here too. Let me take that down real quick. Man, thank y'all for tuning in, man. If y'all haven't hit the like button already, man, please do so. You know what I'm saying? And truth be told, and this ain't a shot at nobody or nothing like that, man, but this the type of shit that people need to be congregating and talking on. These the type of chats that need to hold 300-400 people in it. You know what I'm saying? Because when I put up Nature Boy talking about the coronavirus, motherfuckers tuned in. You understand what I'm saying? Motherfuckers tuned in because they seen that Nature Boy. We got to get people off that type of mindset to be tuning in just for the fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? Because tuning in just for the fuck shit is what got you blind to what's going on today. Y'all niggas probably still sitting around like, oh man, these are conspiracy theories. Man, that shit ain't real. Whether the disease is real or not, what's going on right now is very much real. Very much so.
In terms of the American capacity to do what needs to be done, some of the things that you outlined in this new reporting feel doable, if not politically difficult. For example, the first thing that you suggested is that the scientists
That's why I can't wait for the summer to get
be
here.
Heard, that the people who are doing the day-to-day explaining of what's going on, what the dynamics are of the epidemic right now, what needs to be done to stop it, and why should be scientists and not politicians. You wrote
this shit is hella serious.
That General Schwarzkopf was the person explaining what was going on to the Gulf War to the American people. That seems at least theoretically doable. But some of the other things that you talk about, I sort of am reading between the lines, but it seems to me that you're not sure that America will ever get it together.
Throw that link in there. You can come up and speak on it, DS1 if you want, man.
Intrusive monitoring.
It's my guy right there.
We are not nearly as together as the Italians right now, who are
boom
not
exactly
for perfect cooperation with authority at any time. In Tennessee, people are still insisting on going the right to go to bars and stuff. In England, people, the minute they heard that the bars were going to close down, the bars were flooded for last call. No, and this is just the beginning. This is just an attempt to freeze everything in place. Then the real work begins, and the real work includes, first of all, you've got to get people who are infected out of their homes so that they don't infect their family members. And that means they're going to have to go, even if they have mild cases, even if they have almost no symptoms, they're going to have to go someplace where they can get over it together. And so that the ones who crash, which is a big phenomenon the second week for people, they seem to be doing fine, and then some of them crash and need to be on oxygen. You don't want to be having to call 911 at that point because there may be no ambulance for you.
Oh, what?
You'd be much better off in
if you
something
got the
like
video
the Javits
footage
Center,
to that,
where there's a nurse keeping an eye on everybody in the room
with that.
who's got a number of oxygen tanks over by the wall, so that when you need oxygen, somebody can get it to you, instantly. And plus, we need to find the fevers. Plus, we need to test literally millions of people, because the first time you get a negative test means nothing.
Listen to this part.
A negative test yields no information. Sometimes it takes 3 or 4 days, even after you have symptoms, for a test to turn up positive. So there's a lot more to do, even after we go into a lockdown. And the president is talking about after 15 days, this may likely be over. And that's a disastrous way to look at it.
Exactly.
In terms of finding the fevers, I was interested
Trump
to see
gonna
that
be
Dr.
Trump,
Fauci did an interview with Science Magazine in which the interviewer asked him, listen, in China, one of the things they do is they, point an infrared thermometer at your forehead before they allow you into the grocery store, before they allow you on the bus to check to see if you've got a fever. Is that something that we should be doing here? And Dr. Fauci responded positively to that and said, I will bring this up in our task force meetings. Logistically, I don't know if we can do it, but there's a good case to be made for doing that. To hear him talk about a measure like that positively is of interest on its own terms. But of course, it raises the question as to what we would do with people who had fevers. What you've described as these sort of temporary hospitals where people who have mild or moderate illness have to leave their families. People who have fevers and get diagnosed as even just mild cases need to be isolated outside of their home. That would be the next logistical step you'd need in order for it to make sense to widely screen people for fever, right?
Yes. And look, this is tough. You have to see this is an open carry issue. I mean, is it safe to walk into a grocery store while openly carrying a fever? You're endangering the other people in the store. You yourself may not even recognize that you're sick and may need to crash. The fever doesn't mean you're tossed into isolation. The fever means in China you're taken for a test to see what the cause of your fever is. They try to pull out flu, and they try to pull out the possibility of it being bacterial pneumonia and see, okay, if you have coronavirus, now we're going to put you in isolation. We're going to, you're for your own protection. Not everybody's case is mild. It's a misnomer to believe. You've probably seen the TV today. I mean, I had an email from a family of a 25-year-old guy, a very athletic young man. He's in an induced coma and on a ventilator now.
Did y'all hear?
And he can't get
Harvey Weinstein
Gilead's
tested positive. They said
there's a 12-year-old girl in Georgia who is now, may or may not make it. This notion that it's all only going to kill grandma, as if that were okay, has got to stop.
Yeah. Man, this shit is playing out like a damn movie. You understand what I'm saying? This shit is crazy as hell, man. Hold on. Gotta stop that shit. But yeah, man. You guys, man, I mean, personally, you gotta live clean anyway. You know what I'm saying? You guys have to live clean. And if you've been living clean and righteous and shit, then I think you should be all right, especially if you've been eating right and stuff like that, keeping your immune system together and doing what you need to do. I think you're gonna be all right. But it is crazy. I seen in the earlier comments that somebody said it's crazy how many people got the common flu right now. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? One of the dudes in my job, he was out yesterday with the common flu or whatever. He went right away and got tested. He came back negative. You know what I mean? So what do y'all think about like the celebrities and stuff? Do y'all think they're being paid? Like, do y'all think they're being paid to say they got the coronavirus or what? Because that's the story that's going around, is that motherfuckers is being paid, actors and all that. You get all the crisis actors going and stuff like that. So how real do y'all think this is? Because it got everybody scared, but everybody I talk to say that they don't know anybody personally that knows that has somebody that has contracted that disease or virus or whatever. I do know a few people that said they know somebody whose family member has it, but like personally, for people to have it, I haven't met anybody yet. Oh man, speaking of Harvey Weinstein, what about the prison system? You understand what I'm saying? Think about it getting in the prison system. Now, if it get in the prison system, that would be coming from outside. That would be coming from people that come in there. I totally believe that, Lamar. You know what I mean? Straight propaganda. That's why I'm like, man, I mean, if it happens that way, it happens that way. You know what I mean? But I'm not changing up how I live. Well, pretty much because, like I said, I'm a homebody. You know what I mean? So I'm not too worried about that part of it. They could throw a lockdown and I'll just be like, well, shit, yay, we ain't got to work. Shit, I'm already at home. You know what I mean? Look, Sakina said Idris was used to kill the meth that blacks won't get it. Did I say meth? Myth. I think I said myth. All right. Whatever. But yeah, I believe that. What up, Mo Red? I believe that I can't say that I believe that blacks can't get it, because that would be stupid to think that way, because I don't know anything about this virus, you know, but I don't know too many cases of blacks necessarily getting it. You know, I have seen like maybe 2 cases, and then the rest has been celebrities, honestly. But let me see something. We do got something here. Let me see. Let me find it real quick. Here it is. Here. Let's check this out.
It's
It says
4:30 in the morning.
Florida woman who has the coronavirus in tears after explaining what she's going through. My body is breaking down. They waiting for me to
I
die.
don't know what to say right now. But I've just been notified that I've been infected with the coronavirus. I feel nothing, so I'm good. Shans is full of shit. No cap. This shit could have been fucking just fucking. They could have been fucking helped me with something. A couple nights ago, I woke up out my sleep with a high fever. It was like some shit I never felt before. Threw up everywhere. Fucking passed out. Paramedics came and got me. Took me to the emergency room. They said that I had the bug. I had influenza. Gave me a prescription. They said I was good, and they let me walk about the hospital all day today. My respiratory system has not been working.
Yeah, rest in peace. I seen that, Sakina.
I haven't been able to breathe, yo.
She
just told me that my respiratory system is infected, severely infected.
After she went to the doctor and they told her that she had, you know what I mean, something else, not the coronavirus. She was good. They let her walk up out of there. She had to go back because all of a sudden she started feeling fucked up. And now then they tell her that her respiratory system is all fucked up. You understand what I'm saying? After they, you know what I mean? Like, I do believe the virus is real, but I think that they're, you know what I mean? Come on, man. It seems like people get worse after they go and get checked for it. So they sell you on this shit. Oh, you don't necessarily know that you have it. You can get tested for it and come out negative, you know, and then end up having it. Word? For one, if it's a disease that just broke out of nowhere, how do y'all already have a test? Because it's a patent virus. You guys, there's always going to be a cogensin to the main virus. It's got to be a counter. You understand what I'm saying? Come on, man. Now this shit wild, because after people, that's why I'm like, when people go get tested, all of a sudden they're coming back. After they come negative, they're coming back with the virus after they tested negative. So are you guys injecting the virus into people? Like, really? Oh, the ones that are dumb enough to come get checked, yeah, give it to them. Hit them with it. Like, I never trusted none of that shit. You don't know. That's why you do your studies. That's why you need to study up on all this shit. Even if you're not a scientist, study up on shit that you're getting injected with. Study up on the pills that the doctor tell you got to take. You know what I mean? We study all this drama and bullshit out here in this world. We study it. Truth be told, we study this shit. All the fugazi shit that people do. Just like all the beef that's going on YouTube between everybody. Including myself. We've all studied this shit. We could tell you who said what and where and why and all that. But you can't tell me what's in that needle that they're giving you for flu shots. You can't tell me what's in that testing kit for the coronavirus. You can't tell me that. But you could tell me what Cookie said on Empire, right? That's that bullshit. That's the shit that they, you know what I mean? We've been desensitized. You know what I mean? They played us down. The majority of us. That should let a lot of us know how weak our minds can be. Real shit.
95% I have corona, 5% I don't. So I really, like, I'm so blown. They got me locked in the room. And they talking about it's a dub, basically. Like, it ain't nothing they could do.
Big KI in the building. Salute to you, bro.
The test is so it's so limited. So they just want me to self-quarantine and shit like that. But my shit is already shutting down on me, my respiratory system. And they want me to go home with my fucking family, dog, and put my fucking family in jeopardy of this shit instead of fucking helping the nigga. You feel me?
And look, nobody want to help. And I mean, I understand nobody wanting to help or whatever. Nobody wants to catch it. I mean, salute to those that are trying to help and aren't caring about that. They're more about helping people than catching the disease themselves. You know what I mean? But those same people that's helping got to go home. So it's still spreading. Every which way we look, it's still spreading. You understand what I'm saying? And like she said, I had just talked on that. They want you to go quarantine at home with your family, which get your family sick instead of putting you in a quarantine somewhere until you get better. Try to help you. You know what I mean? Like she said, it's like they just waiting on her to die. They ain't giving her no help. But she didn't have it or didn't have these symptoms and shit before she went and seen the doctor for just being sick. You know what I mean? And they told her she was good, left, had to come back because all of a sudden, you feel me? Yeah, I ain't never got a flu vaccination either. That's another thing. Like you can't keep this shit to play in your mind, man. If I don't sit here and search out the coronavirus and all that all day, every day. I have certain times that I come into my studio and I do my thing or whatever. But I don't keep that shit playing in my mind all day, man. Because they'll drive you insane with this shit.
Everybody that has been around me though on some G shit, please y'all go get tested, whatever fuck y'all can do, bro. Cause this shit is serious as fuck. This shit is serious, and the feeling that I ain't got from this shit, my body hurts, son. Shit wild as fuck. They don't want to help a nigga, you feel me? Shit. But if I'm gonna go out, nigga, I'm gonna go out like a G, you dig? I've had symptoms of this shit for days, and now this shit have attacked my respiratory system. I always been healthy. I never had asthma. I never had shit.
That's a fact, Crypto.
This shit the worst.
Man, this shit, they look, Big K.I. said people under the age of 45 have a 3.4% chance of dying if they get the virus.
You a dub. And they don't give a fuck. They sending me back to the house, nigga. Like my shit ain't even that mild no more, nigga. They sending me back home to my family like this. My body is on fire. My body is on fucking fire, yo. But if any of my friends seeing this, and I'm trying to think of everybody that I've been around.
That's why, exactly. They're going to them underground bunkers and shit that they've been building for years.
I ain't got no words.
They're polluting it up here.
Please, I advise
shit
everybody.
Spreading through the world, man.
Everybody, we've been partying. We've been turning up in the city like it ain't shit.
Scorching the sky on us.
Stay y'all asses in the motherfucking house. The shit is real. I would sleep on it. I'm not going to cap to you. I would sleep. Stay y'all asses in the motherfucking house. Everybody out here in Gainesville, bitch, turned up like it ain't nothing. I got the shit. They just told me I got it. Ain't no ends and buts. It's my second time in the motherfucking hospital. The other night when I was throwing this shitting up on myself, bitch passed out, had a fever. Let me leave the hospital with this shit. Let me leave the hospital, bro. My mama is old, bro. They sent me home to my mama with this shit, bro. They don't give a fuck. It's every man for themselves with this shit. The doctors they so fucking scared, bro. They can't even help me. They so scared to even contract the shit to take that shit
we
to
keep
their family, bro.
The air filters and the vaporizers and all that
bro.
up in the house.
Stay y'all ass home, bro. Stay y'all ass home, dog. They talking about, bro. They don't give a fuck, bro. Y'all keep y'all kids inside. Stay inside the fucking house, bro.
Nah. She got the coronavirus. Let's see. Shady Hoodtail says, oh shit, Gainesville's like an hour from us.
Soldier, dog. You did. But that's crazy as fuck. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. To my friends and my family, I love y'all.
Yeah. Look, Crypto said, exactly where did the Queen go? My friend who lives in the UK saying everyone has been asking why she hasn't said anything and disappeared. His sub live in the UK.
I really ain't got shit to say, but to my haters, fuck you if I die, nigga.
Exactly.
Fuck you. For the ones that love me, I love y'all too, man.
That ain't no way to go out
shit real.
talking about I'm going out like a G or anything like that. This shit ain't cool. Yes, you need to be asking somebody like some advice. Like, what can I do for myself? Man, people need to. You guys got to start. You really got to start educating yourself on all this stuff. You know what I mean? I advise all channels to be on this shit.
Hey.
Spreading awareness.
Everybody take care of yourself
to this coronavirus, man.
Seriously, yo.
Even if you do it once a week and do your regular show or whatever, man, try to give your community some awareness to this shit, man. You know, this shit wild as hell, man. The fuck. I can't believe it's happening. For one, I can believe it. I can believe it. It's just unbelievable. I guess I could say, right? This shit wild though. I know that. But it is going down. Whether they're putting it out there for people to catch, or it's something out there that people are just catching. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. It's very real. That I will tell you. You know what I mean? But I do believe that they're pushing a narrative in a certain way, you know, with celebrities and stuff, talking about they have it and all that. You know, I don't believe that. I don't believe none of that. I believe that a lot of people are going to underground bunkers. I think this is just the beginning of it, but I do think it's about to be something that is mandatory, basically through vaccine or contracting it from other sources or whatever. But you are probably going to be looking at the coronavirus in your face, and that's just the truth. You know what I mean? So I advise you, if you do not have to be out, you know, like live your regular life, but try not to be out doing stuff unless you have to work or something, unless you need to go to the store. You know, do not leave the house. This is the time for family time. You know what I mean? If you're a YouTuber and shit like that, get on this YouTube shit, man. Give people something to watch, something to pay attention to. You know what I mean? Or just pay attention to some shit, man. Because I've been on here and I've been trying to look for motherfuckers like, somebody give me something to watch, and it's starting to get boring in this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Because if I'm doing the show, I'm not the one watching. I'm the one doing it. And I want to watch some shit too. You know what I'm saying? But I have been catching a few of my partners on YouTube and shit that have been putting out some good information. So I appreciate that. You know what I mean? Let me see what this is. Maybe we'll watch this. I think I got one more thing. Let me see. All right, let me rewind this. Hold on. Listen to this. Just the beginning.
The last week of the Obama administration, we had an exercise with the incoming leadership of the Trump administration. We sat down for hours side by side, and one of the key scenarios we ran with them was very much this one of what happens when you have a global pandemic of this sort. But when you have the President of the United States stand up almost daily and said, who could have imagined this? Who could have predicted this? We had no idea this could come. Well, that's just false. And not only did we know it could come, we should have prepared for it to come, as we did in the Obama administration, as we gave them the wherewithal to do in the Trump administration.
Wow. I want to hear that one more time. Because basically,
last week of the Obama administration, we had an exercise with the incoming leadership of the Trump administration. We sat down for hours side by side, and one of the key scenarios we ran with them was very much this one of what happens when you have a global pandemic of this sort. But when you have the President of the United States stand up almost daily and said, who could have imagined this? Who could have predicted this? We had no idea this could come. Well, that's just false. And not only did
they said, when you had the President of the United States standing up saying, who could have predicted this? You know, how did this happen? You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't know, like she said. Now that's just false. Let's go back a little bit. Listen.
Who could have imagined this? Who could have predicted this? We had no global pandemic of this sort. But when you have the President of the United States stand up almost daily and said, who could have imagined this? Who could have predicted this? We had no idea this could come. Well, that's just false. And not only did we know it could come, we should have prepared for it to come, as we did in the Obama administration, as we gave.
We should have prepared for it to come, as they did in the Obama administration. And watch how she say, basically, they passed that information on to the Trump administration.
As we gave them the wherewithal to do in the Trump. Not only did we know it could come, we should have prepared for it to come, as we did in the Obama administration, as we gave them the wherewithal to do in the Trump administration.
And that was Susan Rice speaking, just so you guys know. So you see, and it's to a point where these motherfuckers ain't even hiding this shit no more. You feel what I'm saying? These motherfuckers ain't even hiding this shit no more. Oh yeah, most definitely he's lying. You know, and I mean, why would we expect any of these motherfucking politicians or anything to ever tell us the truth? You understand what I'm saying? And like that, the video I said I was gonna upload that I was trying to show y'all earlier, I couldn't get the audio to play for it. I'm going to upload that here in a minute so you guys can hear before this pandemic took place what they were already talking about. So they already knew about it. Even the lady on the video says it's not a matter of where or what or anything like that. It's a matter of when. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna come. So they already knew that this was coming. So on one hand, you could say, "Oh yeah, this is the start of World War III and all that, and this is a bio war and all that type of stuff." You could say that, but at the same time, our own government knew what was coming and failed to prepare for it. Or did they? Did they fail to prepare for it, or is it going exactly as planned? You know what I'm saying? Now, this shit that made me tap into my whole, you know what I'm saying, on how I think and shit. You know, I didn't want to run people off before with the way I think, but a few people that know me know how we talk. You know what I'm saying? I think it's that time, brothers, to pull out those conspiracy guns on people, because what we have been saying for a while is showing its ugly face. You understand? Big KI say, here's a question for the people. Have anyone noticed they go straight to the stock market right after they speak on the virus? Follow the money trails, i.e. insurance companies and pharmaceutical gangs. Exactly. That's on the money right there. Y'all hear that? I'll read it one more time. Here's a question for the people. Have anyone noticed they go straight to the stock market right after they speak of a virus? Follow the money trails, i.e. insurance companies and pharmaceutical gangs. Now, what's one of the things that they've been playing up as far as on some money shit lately? They've been playing everybody into the whole pill epidemic. You understand what I'm saying? Pharmaceuticals is big business. Who are we being who are we being ran by now? What happened to our government and shit? Didn't it turn into corporations? So we're expendable, truth be told. You understand what I'm saying? That's why they want to control everything. They want to drop everything down to a size that they can control. They're betting on civil unrest. They're banking on it. They're banking on us going into to purges and shit like that. They want us to tear this world up. You understand what I'm saying? They want it to be. They want us to take ourselves out. So they put certain shit in play to make this type of shit happen. And it's crazy because look at it now. You throw a pandemic out there and look how easy that was to control everybody. So now whether it's really out there where you can catch something or not, because like everybody I talk to say they don't know anybody that has it. So whether it's out there where you can catch it or not, or if it's just a hoax or anything like that, they damn sure got your ass in the house, don't they? They for damn sure got your ass in the house. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. You know what I mean? The pharmaceutical, what up, YouTube streets? The pharmaceutical stocks never fail. They are on the rise. Exactly. Exactly. Y'all pay attention, man. Pay attention to more than just how many people died and all that. That's what they're selling you on. Because I don't believe those numbers at all. I'm not saying that people aren't dying. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to that or anything. But what I'm saying is I don't believe those astronomical numbers. I don't even believe the numbers that they're saying. You know what I mean? Is that there's that many cases in these states. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said, there's a few cases supposedly here, but I don't know any of them. They haven't had nothing in the newspapers or nothing. But on the big scale of things, on the big map of things, they say Arizona had 2 people that died in so many such and such cases, right? But here in the city itself, we ain't heard about none of that. We heard that online. We heard that from other places. We didn't hear that in our own news. You feel what I'm saying? Hey, everybody got to go get their money, man. I know I'm showing up to work tomorrow. Shit, and I ain't gonna stop. But see, like I said, my job, just because I'm going to work, I'm not saying everybody else needs to go to work and all that type of stuff. My job, we don't have to touch nobody. You know what I mean? I go in, I go grab my truck, I go get busy. You know what I mean? I don't even have to talk to customers or nothing. They come outside, they see what we dropping off, or they come outside and they see that we already picked it up because they sent it back. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm gonna continue going to work if I got to. But you think about everything that's going on. They trying to play us indoors and shit like that. That's why I feel like they got self-driving cars coming out and all this type of shit. Amazon about to be delivering with drones and all that. Man, we about to have drones probably flying in the sky. This is all a ploy to change it into the new world of technology that they want. They're changing the world into 5G. You understand what I'm saying? That's the type of shit I'm talking about. Look, Shady Hoodtail says it's always been about the money. The government probably did this on purpose to control the population and to help the economy. There's too many people in this world, which we don't even. You put all the people in one place, and we don't even take up half of the world. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah, it's always been about money. Everything that you've ever known about in history and shit has always been about money, including slavery. That shit was about that dollar bill more than it was about any race. Trust me. It was about that money. Let's see. Nell said we have quite a bit here in the D. Stupid ass knickers still gathering to fight in the streets though. Yeah. You know, motherfuckers still gonna be out on the block and shit like, man, I don't give a fuck. But half the motherfuckers don't even get online and shit, so they wouldn't even know. Trust me, there is places in the country where there's people that don't even know about the virus because they don't be online or nothing. Nigga, they always at the park hanging out, doing shit like that. Shit, hell, probably half the homeless people don't even know what's going on. You understand what I'm saying? Because you're gonna get most of that shit online. Real shit. Yeah, I seen that. A famous DJ passed away out there. Yeah, I did see that. Excuse me. Big K.I. said the orange man Trump been trying to undo Obamacare. Now he's playing off the fear of the public. Big business is not our friend, but they have chump in their pockets. Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, motherfuckers let this shit happen, you know, and you should know how it was gonna play because Trump didn't even win the election. Not to say I would want Hillary or Trump, but I'm just saying Trump didn't even win the election. You know what I mean? He didn't win the election as far as the people's vote. So did your vote matter? Yeah, we not on lockdown either, Sherelle. We haven't had no type of nothing. Just like I said, just stores that are drive-through and shit. Most of our stores got drive-throughs and all that, and they're doing deliveries and shit from grocery stores and shit. You can still get in Walmart and all that at certain times, but they close early. But as far as a lockdown or any curfew, yeah, right. Shit. I went to the store last night at 11:30. You know what I mean? Now, what's crazy is how you get all these people that are in the military, are in the National Guard and all that, and whatever's going on, you get them to actually treat us a certain way in America. I don't know. I can't tell you what's gonna happen. All I know is this is the type of shit that a lot of us talked about and we seen coming. You understand what I'm saying? And people wanted to count us out, call us conspiracy theorists. What up, Classic? Call us conspiracy theorists, this, that, and the other. You understand what I'm saying? And that ain't necessarily the case because you seeing it right now. You're damn right, Jay. You're seeing it. We all knew it was gonna come one day. It was just a matter of when it was gonna come. You know, and after so many years of paying attention to all this type of shit, I can't say I'm not still surprised. I was hoping I was hoping to just be a conspiracy theorist. I was hoping that none of the shit that I would see and try to put together was true. Shit, man, let me be the dumbass nigga in this case. You know what I'm saying? Let me be the dumbass nigga in this case. But that's not the case because we seeing this shit play out. And then they get you ready for shit like this by giving you certain type of movies and shit. They already done got your mind set for this. They done gave you mass killings and shit like that. People getting killed at concerts, 9/11s, all that type of shit. Big numbers of death before this happened, so that we're desensitized to it to the point where it doesn't take the same effect. We see all these deaths and shit. And I mean, I know it's like, wow, but it's not like it would have been like back in 1990. If we would have seen this type of shit, we'd be like, what the fuck? Did this shit really happen? Now it's like, damn, some more shit happening. You know what I mean? And then they got us to the point where it's almost like if it's not happening right next to us, we don't take it as serious. You know what I mean? Well, I take it as serious. And if this is some type of covert operation going on and shit, pay attention, people. They murdering people then. They're murdering innocent people. We always knew that our own government would turn on us one day, but damn. You know what I mean? Isn't the way y'all treat us here already turning on us? You know what I mean? Anyway. And why us? Y'all let people come here, make money and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't you just give that to us? And we show you how we work. Let's see, YouTube Street said, I got a letter from guess where? The Department of the Treasury that says I am essential personnel, and that gives me the ability to move about after curfew. Notice I said Department of Treasury. Man. So were you guys is out there on curfew streets? What up, Liddy? Thanks for tuning in. Hey, man, if you guys haven't already, please hit that like button. I appreciate it. And I appreciate all you guys tuning in. Damn, I'm way behind on the comments, huh? Y'all got to let me know. Let's see. SARS-CoV-2 is airborne, so washing your little hands won't help. It's a binary bioweapon in combination with 5G. Yeah. Adrenochrome reality. This shit is going down. You know what I'm saying? Get ready for them to be trying to give you that chip and everything. What up, Perfect Society? Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. Man, but oh my goodness. Man, it's not funny. You know, I'm truly laughing out of pain right there. You know, because it doesn't matter what it is. Somehow, some way, it could be a hoax, anything like that. They killing motherfuckers, man. They truly are. And I think everybody needs to pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Now, oh shit, hold on. Let's check this out. Let's see what they got to say over in China. If y'all don't mind, real quick. Let's see. China claims 0 new CCP virus cases, but residents tell a different story.
These authorities have been reporting 0 cases of local infection of CCP virus, earning praises from the Western media. But residents in China are telling us a different story. On the same day,
Exactly.
Chinese
The chip will be in the
reported 0
vaccine.
new cases in Hubei province. A major local news outlet released an article detailing one family's plight to seek medical treatment for the virus. And starting today, nearly 1 in 4 Americans told to stay home. And a priest in Maryland is offering drive-through confessions, an effort to offer hope in uncertain times.
Look up the definition of psychological warfare, then take a deep breath.
I'm your host, Tiffany Meyer. 3 days
Says
ago,
Big
China
KI.
reported 0 new CCP virus or coronavirus infections for the first time. But netizens in Taiwan are questioning the official numbers. One netizen asked in an online forum how to verify that the pandemic in China is really under control. In the online discussions, 3 criteria stood out. One is whether North Korea and Russia have reopened their borders with China. One comment said that would mean the outbreak in China is really under control because dictators know dictators best. North Korea was the first country to close its border with China. Russia followed soon after, closing its border 1 week later. The borders remain closed. The two other criteria are whether Chinese elementary and middle schools are open and whether China's most important annual political meetings will still go ahead. The political meetings, called two sessions, are postponed, and only some schools in China are open. A netizen said if any of these criteria are missing, the pandemic inside China hasn't really been resolved. Earlier this week, Chinese state media were saying medical teams from outside Wuhan left there as the pandemic eased. Not all of them left, and
Perfect
some are asked to
society.
go back. Two medical assistant teams from another province have been helping in Wuhan for some time. Both received an emergency notice in the morning of March 17th, asking them to go to other hospitals in the city. On March 19th, about a dozen medical staff who went to Hubei to help and later returned to their hometown asked to return to a city in Hubei province. Chinese media reports that they asked to go back to treat just 8 patients and said even if one patient hadn't recovered, they wouldn't
Yeah, I
leave
ain't
the
losing no
hospital.
sleep either, Wax. I'm
The
with you.
question is, does the local hospital really need outside help from over 600 miles away to treat just 8 patients? According to Chinese state media, Chinese authorities have begun to test a vaccine for the coronavirus on humans. The clinical trial period is from March 16th to December 31st. The first batch of participants are divided into 3 groups of 36 people, each with different
They frying
doses.
us.
After the injection, they will be observed for 14 days. Chinese authorities on March 20th announced 0 new infections the day before in the CCP virus epicenter, Hubei province. On the same day, an article circulated on the internet describing the experiences of virus patients who were refused medical treatment. The article was published on Chinese social media WeChat and written by a reporter from a major news outlet in Hubei. It was subsequently deleted. The article
Hey,
recounts the
Capo, what
author's
up?
experience of helping a Wuhan family seeking medical treatment. The parents were both infected with the CCP virus. The woman showed symptoms again after she was discharged from the hospital. They went to several hospitals in Wuhan. No one would take them. At 3 a.m., the ambulance left them at the door of Hubei General Hospital. After waiting for 13 hours, the hospital still wouldn't admit the patient. The reporter was able to get hold of the president of another hospital, who later agreed to admit the patient. The ambulance later took the woman to the outpatient department, which refused to admit the patient again. After much coordination, the hospital agreed to admit her without registration. The reporter saying this was so they could have one less patient on record. As the CCP virus strains healthcare systems in the Western world, China is announcing a second day of no local cases, but locals are telling a different story.
Chinese
Damn.
authorities are hailing their
No, I'm
success
about
in
to look
battling
into
the
that.
virus.
Perfect
I have some good
society.
news. China is
Thank you for
reporting
that.
no new locally transmitted coronavirus cases.
Quite a milestone, as you mentioned, 0 homegrown cases.
The regime claims things are under control and that now they're only worried about cases imported from other countries. But Chinese citizens are describing something entirely different. This notice letter from a Wuhan neighborhood committee reads that one residential building confirmed 2 new cases, and starting Friday, the building is going under lockdown. Netizens from other neighborhoods are posting similar notices they've received this week. The notices report new cases in their buildings and ask people to stay home. An online video posted on Thursday shows that Wuhan residents are still lining up in front of fever clinics.
协和医院的发热门诊又在排队了，78、79、哇，看到没有？
If you guys, if you're brand new to the channel and haven't hit that subscribe button, please tap that subscribe button and that notification bell.
Despite
Thank you.
videos published by state-run media showing patients going home, local hospitals may not be as unburdened as described. One resident in Wuhan said that her father was critically ill
Perfect
from
society
kidney
on
disease,
point right
but she
now.
explained that no hospitals will admit him because they're overrun with virus patients.
All hospitals in Wuhan told us there's no bed for kidney disease.
The situation in a neighboring city is similar.
The city of Huanggang, they don't have any beds available either. We pulled some strings and learned that it seems like a whole department is isolated.
They even tried asking about other provinces, but no one wants to accept them.
Yeah, I'll check that.
Right
I've
now,
already
this is
checked
a
that out.
political task. We can't really blame them. If the number of cases in other
I've been watching
provinces
a
goes
lot of
up,
shit on this
their
shit because
officials
I
may
mean,
also have to
some
step
of us got
down.
a stomach for
Another
this shit.
video
We can
posted
watch it
on
and
March
figure some shit
19th
out.
showed a
But
new makeshift hospital
others, I would
set up
say,
within a stadium
if
in
you ain't strong
suburban
enough for that
Wuhan.
and this shit frightens you like that, you got to stay off of it and just follow some instructions on what's going on how you keep yourself right.
Since China started to close its
But if
makeshift
you don't have
hospitals,
that stomach
many
for this type
patients
of
have
shit,
been
don't dive
transferred to
into
over
it because this
300
man,
so-called recovery centers.
this
But
whole
locals say
little
many
rabbit
such
hole is
patients
vicious.
still carry the virus and are not really cured. Traces of information from China's state media
What
are
up,
also
Miss
giving
Q?
away glimpses of the true situation. Several medical teams who came from other provinces to support Wuhan had just left for home, but are now returning. It raises questions about whether
Solidarity
the
to
number of
people
patients
above all.
is really as small as
Facts.
authorities claim. Reporting by Penny Joe, NTD News.
Yeah, they get a kick out of that shit. It's
Florida
like an
resort
adrenaline junkie,
Mar-a-Lago is
right?
added to the list of coronavirus closures. The resort owned by the Trump Organization is shut down. President Trump often retreats to Mar-a-Lago from Washington. A member says they were informed Friday night that the beach club would shutter after
Wuhan got you
operating at
all in
about
check.
half capacity earlier in the
Wuhan.
day. Other areas of the resort were previously closed. On Friday, Florida Governor
I'm seeing a
Ron
lot of
DeSantis
memes about this
ordered
stuff
all
about the
beaches and many other
coronavirus and
public
stuff. You know what I
areas
mean?
in Palm
So,
Beach and Broward
I
counties
mean,
to close.
I
A
guess people
spokesperson for the
are
Trump Organization says some of its
trying to
facilities have closed to
have
follow
a laugh
state
or
and
two
federal
out of it.
mandates.
Kind of
Nearly
sick,
1 in
honestly,
4
but I have seen
Americans
some
were
that
under
have made
orders
me
to close up
has
shop
made
and
me
stay at
chuckle.
home today,
I'll
as
say that.
lawmakers in Washington neared a deal that could pump a record $1 trillion into the economy to limit the economic damage from the
Facts, French.
coronavirus. New Jersey's governor followed 4 other states, California, New York, Illinois, and Connecticut, that have imposed unprecedented public health restrictions to slow the spread of infections, which have risen exponentially. As of midday Saturday, 286 deaths and more than 22,000 cases have been reported. And now to New York. The Federal Aviation Administration suspended flights to New
Meet you in
York
the
City and
building.
Philadelphia for a short period of time earlier today. The holdup happened because of
Mishi,
staffing
how you
issues
doing?
caused by the CCP virus. New York State still has the highest number of cases in the U.S., reaching over 10,000. The state governor announcing today they are
Nah, I ain't
expecting
seen
to
it yet.
increase
Shady
hospital
Hood tells I'm gonna go
capacity
check it
and
out.
medical supplies like face masks and drug therapy.
Hospital capacity is a top priority for New York State. Governor Andrew Cuomo said Saturday they are looking at potential temporary hospital sites, like some state university buildings and the Westchester Convention Center. The governor said they are requesting 4 field hospitals from the federal government, which would provide 1,000 additional hospital beds. And starting immediately, the state will start trials for a new drug therapy to see if it helps patients in New York. They are also working
I'm
to
doing
gather
good.
more
I'm doing
ventilators
good.
and face
At home
masks.
chilling on my
Cuomo
last
said on
day off.
Saturday, officials located 2 million face masks that can be sent to hotspots.
We are literally scouring the globe looking for medical supplies.
1 million masks will go to New York City hospitals, and 500,000 will go to Long Island. According to Cuomo, there
Grandma,
are a
what's
number of
happening?
apparel
Thanks for tuning
companies
in.
starting to make masks. But he says that while masks are helpful, the virus is still likely to spread further.
And 1 million masks won't get us through the crisis, but it'll make a significant contributions to New York City's mask issue.
He also asks people to show good nature in their actions as the world faces this tough situation.
But now, if ever there's a time to practice humanity, the time is now. The time is now to show some kindness.
How the hell are you supposed to show some kindness? Y'all don't want us coming near each other.
Gentility.
Continuing on to say that even though New York can be a difficult environment, it is also a courageous community, saying now is a time to show the best side of humankind. Melina Weisskopf, NTD News, New York.
And an interesting fact, Cuomo said today that New York conducts more CCP virus tests than any U.S. state. And further, the state does more.
Look, they said New York conducts more tests than any other state, right? And isn't New York like the one state that has the highest infected people? Which moreover could say that they're giving people the virus with that test, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Tests per capita than any place in the world, even compared to China or South Korea. Standing as one of the hardest hit countries, Italy's CCP virus death toll is on the rise once again. This time, the numbers are streaming in faster than ever.
The death toll of the CCP virus in Italy has leapt by almost 800 in a single day. That's an increase of almost 20%. Coffins lined up in the chapel inside Cremona Hospital in the Lombardy region. It's one of
Salute
the
to
many
you, bro.
Italian
Big
medical
KI Room of
facilities
Truth
struggling
TV.
to cope with the pandemic. There are 300,000 Chinese citizens living in Italy, many of them in the northern part of the country, where the virus is most severely spreading. Amid the
Blackstar said my
pandemic,
phone
some are
died.
examining Italy's ties with China's Communist Party. It was the first of the G7 countries to sign China's One Belt, One Road initiative. It made the decision despite criticism from its Western allies. Meanwhile, Iranian President Hassan Rouhani held a cabinet meeting on Saturday. All attendees were seen wearing face masks, except Rouhani. Iran is also one of the worst hit countries, with almost 1,556 deaths as of Saturday. This, as according to Iran's official numbers. The total number of infections now exceeds 20,000. Ties between China and Iran have strengthened in recent years. The countries signed a deal in 2016 to boost trade between them by around 1,000% over the following 2 years.
Shit backfiring all
the
over the
agreement
place.
was consistent with
I got
the One Belt,
I got
One
some
Road
other shit.
initiative.
I got some
Elsewhere,
man.
France
I
endured
got
its
some
fifth
wild
day
shit
of a
with this
nationwide
coronavirus
lockdown
shit,
on
but
Saturday.
I'm
For
gonna break
now,
it all down to
violating the rule
different
means receiving a 40
lives
to
and some in
$150
video.
fine, and
But
thousands have
these last
already
few
received
days, I
them.
done got together a lot of
Slovakia
shit.
is also taking precautions. On Saturday, the country's new government was sworn in wearing facial masks.
Your task is to protect as many human lives
KI,
as
they still got
possible
y'all working
against
or
the
what?
invisible danger.
And in Maryland, one priest is offering drive-through confession services, an effort to offer hope in a time of despair.
The CCP virus has prevented many from engaging in social activities. That includes attending church and confessing their sins. To get around this obstacle, this priest in Maryland came up with a neat idea.
You know, they were testing people for the coronavirus in South Korea through drive-thrus. And I said, well, why not treat people with confession through drive-thrus, right? So then I grabbed some cones, the sign, and the chair, and put them out in the parking lot. And then I just...
He didn't expect people to come, and at first not many did. But after gaining some media attention, the priest began to lose count of how many appeared. For one penitent, the meaning of confession is quite profound.
It's about renewal. You know, there's nobody who's perfect, and the one thing about confession is it allows us to be able to become renewed.
As to why people are venturing outside to confess when many remain in self-isolation at home,
Drive-through
Father Homer
confession.
explains that they're looking for something beyond the physical.
I really think the vaccine for fear is faith. And so knowing that even if all the world goes completely chaotic, you can still hold on to your relationship with God.
And in times like these, for some, having something to hold on to can make all the difference.
Here at China in Focus, we bring you first-hand information from
Haven't
inside
seen the sun
China.
in the last
Don't
week.
forget
They
to
scorching the
subscribe for
sky.
the latest updates.
And it's been raining everywhere. Like, that's when you guys gotta, you know what I mean? Like y'all, like I told a few people about the little shit they have, the heart machine and shit like that, where they control weather and shit. That could be another way they putting it out here and shit. You know, it's been bad weather everywhere and all that. You know what I'm saying? It could be all up in the mix. You know, that's another reason why they got underground bunkers. So they're not out here in this shit. You know what I mean? It takes you all the way back to chemtrails and all that. You feel me? Oh, hell yeah, shit. You like me, nigga. I'm still working too, KI. I'm going to keep working. I need to get my money, man. Wax Dog, the drive-through confessions. He said, forgive me, Jesus. Let me get a large fry and I'll take a double burger with cheese. Real shit. But anyway, man, I mean, there's no better time than any to get the music mix cracking. So I will be right back with the music grooves and shit so everybody can relax a little bit, take your mind off of some shit. Some people be at work, some people at home chilling, man. Just get the little grooves in your ear and shit. And of course, y'all know I will provide a little bit of commentary or whatever. You know, my last day off, because I'm about to have to go hit it pretty hard, because we getting pretty busy in what I do. For some reason, this whole thing got my company busy as hell. Let's see, Perfect Society said false positives, bad tests, refuse if you use silver. The viruses like Ebola were spread with vaccines. Merck's Ebola vaccine, for example, 2015. ALS, see the list of pandemic spread by vaccines. Exactly. People better pay attention. We running out. They expect people to run out and grab these vaccines, just like they expect people, oh, the flu shot is free. Come and get it. You know what I mean? You go run out and get the flu shot and then be bedridden forever. Ms. Q said, don't let this distract y'all from the truth. Stay calm and enjoy your families. Don't let social isolation cause you to have anxiety or depression. Stay chill and be ready to survive and fight. Exactly. Because it's coming, man. It's coming. Anyway, man, I hope all you guys are protecting yourself. You know what I'm saying? And making sure that you are at home, at least paying attention to what's going on. Stay focused. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. I'm already knowing that they've been established, but they, you know, as the time went on, they technology and all that shit down there, and then they could survive for decades without coming up to the surface. You know what I mean? Straight underground cities for the elites. Hold on to the fictional deity, y'all, and come back as deadly viruses to save our dead planet, is what the population reducers may think. Now, check this out. What I did do, I did look at this study about how the world was doing since the lockdowns and the, you know, and slowing down the world and all that. And it's crazy because the damn world is starting to heal. You know what I'm saying? Which means, yeah, we got a virus we're dealing with, but the virus to Earth is actually the human being. We kill this planet every day. And they're still killing it rapidly. Oh yeah, the price of oil dropping like a motherfucker. Shit, gas prices is dropping. Niggas ain't seen gas prices like they're seeing them right now in ever. They ain't seen that shit in ever, homie. Real shit. C-Dub said right. And if you don't get the vaccine, you part of the problem. And these motherfuckers gonna act like you deserve to go to the FEMA camps for not getting vax. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a no choice situation. Either you get vaccinated, or what up, blessed always. Either you get the vaccine, you go to the FEMA camp, or they shoot you down. Watch. They're not about to play with it. It's about to be all force. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out. This nigga. Tiffany Waters said, upstate New York, I'm considered essential staff by, oh, okay. I think YouTube Streets is considered that also. Mm-hmm. But I mean, it's like, it's not like people haven't been out here talking about what's going to happen, and people been shunning them. People been turning a blind eye to them, calling them conspiracy theorists. You know what I'm saying? The gun shops have lines wrapped around the corner out here. I got my ammo up. Suggest y'all do the same. Oh, you already know. You already know. We already own it over here. C-Dub said, we killed the planet because the government bans renewable energy. They killed the solar car in the 80s, bought blueprints and withheld them, and banned energy retention from solar to something like 15%. I don't know, man. We just We trying to figure it out. That's why we gotta educate ourselves, man. The time is here, man. What they say, viva la resistance. You know what I'm saying? The resistance is gonna stand. Watch. The resistance will stand up. I just hope by the time they stand up, it's not too late. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here, man, so we can get into the music mix. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. We will be back with more involving COVID-19 and the coronavirus and, you know, other news and stuff. Y'all know how we do over here. But I want to thank y'all for tuning in, man. It's been lovely having you guys in here this morning for this show right here. You know, honestly, I didn't think we'd get as many as we did in here pertaining to what we're talking about because, you know, people want to tune in elsewhere, you know, and I don't blame a lot of people that don't want to tune into this because they don't want to too much hear about this stuff because it can frighten some people. You know what I mean? It can really it can really frighten some people. And you're right about that, French. The government has weapons that we don't even know about. Shit, we probably can't even defend against. Waxdog said first they're going to say your kids can't return to school without getting the vaccine. That's 40% of the population right there. That's a fact. I didn't even think about that. Thanks for that one, Waxdog. Classic says the revolution will be televised. Oh, yeah, man. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank y'all for tuning in. Yeah, they want the drama. That's why I'm saying all those caskets and shit like that. That shit is for civil unrest. Let me see if I got it. Let me see if I got it real quick. I think I did. No, I didn't. I thought I had the picture in here of all the caskets, and I will go get it. But no, I'll go get it on the next one and show y'all what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? No doubt. Appreciate you too, Lucille. I mean, salute to everybody in the building. Thank y'all for tuning in. Salute to all my peoples, all my fam bam. You know what I mean? Shout out to all y'all. Shout out to the family. Shout out to the faculty. You know what I mean? I want to say like, comment, and subscribe. I love y'all, man. Thanks for tuning in. Peace. Oh, yeah. And like I said, don't forget, we will be right back with the music mix. So y'all stay tuned in. Anyway, man, y'all know what's up with me. Peace.